Yeah. Good looking out there. Yeah. Ha, it's Flav, you heard? It's Flav. Check it, I had to get what I earned. It's my turn. Welcome to the show. It's Trenton's Tavern. Yeah. Ha, that's how we doing it. Welcome to the show, y'all. Enjoy.
Because me, welcome back to another episode of Heart to Heart. All right, well, Jordan getting it popping. You know what I mean? As y'all can see, first of all, don't do that on my show. Let me introduce my show. You feel me? Don't do that. I love you and everything, but as y'all can see, I got 3 guests today. It's me. Y'all know me as Mr. Parks. My cousin. Who are you?
I'm Jordan.
Okay.
Hart.
Yeah, man. That's my man, Jordan Hart. It's my cousin. Y'all know this guy.
What's going on, everybody?
That's regular. But then we got my man Gru right here, too. So he gonna be chilling, keeping the house smelling good and all that. We about to do this, you feel me? So this is a collab, because y'all know about Trenton's Tavern. But he also has Heart to Heart TV. So I'll let him explain that a little bit and what that is.
So, Heart to Heart TV basically is what I do. Really, it's not on YouTube yet, but it's getting there. I go on Snapchat, really, and basically the topics that come up in my head or topics that people bring to me, I'll basically discuss them for a quick minute. It might take longer, but at the same time, I add a little bit of a comedy. But honestly, it really depends. Fellas would really agree with me more with it, but I mainly talk about things.
Relationship wise.
Yeah. Relationships, sex.
All of that. You don't be biased either.
No, I don't.
You get on everybody ass.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that is.
Can't show no
Because
favoritism.
honestly, I was at the beginning, it was just women first, because that's really what I had problems with.
That's sexist, bro.
Yeah, but people told me that, I was like, okay.
That's
now I gotta
sexist,
get
Jordan.
on everybody.
Yeah, you gotta get on everybody. So
Yeah, ladies, I got y'all too. Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna put his
That's a perfect example of why, though.
what?
Of why people scared to say what they want to say.
Yeah, that's
No,
what
but I'm just saying, because you see what just happened, whether you meant it as a joke or not. Like, if he's talking about something that he has problems with that's pertaining to him, why is it sexist?
Exactly.
But that's what everything is turned into.
So that's why we're gonna talk about that later.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
This does taste like a Starburst.
It tastes like a Starburst, right?
Do you want some? You sure?
I agree. Yeah, so I'm gonna put his Snapchat and everything in the description so y'all can go follow him. See all of his
Disclaimer, be careful. My wife is crazy. So limit to what y'all say and do.
Yeah, just don't be idiots. But y'all gotta see the content, because this nigga be having me dying. I'll be laughing, and then she get on there and she be like, this nigga Jordan bullshit. And she be like, he don't even do that to me. Forget everything he just said. Like, it's funny though. So yeah, I'll put his Snapchat and all of that in the link or in the bio, so y'all can go follow him and, you know what I mean, read up on him and listen to him and all that good stuff. So today we got I think 3 topics. The first, it's 2 topics, but the first one got 2 questions to it. So this was something that he brought up, because this guy's a creep.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell y'all why. I love him to death, but this is gonna be topic of the day, and we're gonna get into it right now. So when he first got here, well, me and him have been talking about collabing for a while now. So I told him to think of some topics or whatever. So when he first got here, I asked him, Jordan, what you want to talk about? And he is like, well, I want to know, is it okay to listen to R. Kelly still? So I had to go in because I don't think it's okay, and I got my reasons for it. And now we got a third opinion, because we kind of discussed it a little bit this week, and we've been discussing it a lot. Actually, we discussed that 4 times.
Yeah.
and he still don't understand why.
No. I do.
Well, let him say what his
understand.
reason is.
I
We're gonna get into it. Let him say what his reason is.
Okay. Well, first of all, let's just start off with you since you're the guest.
Okay.
You tell me, because wifey said you listen to it 24/7, which is the problem. That's the problem. That's the problem. Wifey said you listen to it 24/7.
Okay.
So that's the bigger problem. That's the bigger issue.
Here's
So
why
explain the deal.
24/7.
Mm-hmm.
When I play my music in the car, I click shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
So if it pops up, it pops up. But out of respect for her, she's never comfortable with it, so I will skip it, or she will skip it. But if I'm in the car by myself, I will
You
listen to it.
blasting that.
I don't blast it.
You blasting that weird.
You acting
nigga.
like I'm about to roll
In
the
the-
windows down and have everybody singing with me.
I mean, what does it matter? It's still the same effect. But okay, so why do you turn it when she's in the car?
Because she's not comfortable with it because of the whole situation. I
Okay,
understand.
so you know she's not comfortable with it because he a creep, right?
Correct.
So so my thing is, if she do Bree you listen to him? See, is all the most important women in your life, right? They have a problem with you listening to this guy because of what he stands for, what he did to women, how, you know what I mean? And these were black women at that. And I told you my reasoning being like, yeah, he a creep, and there's a lot of creeps. Like all of these white men, like these rich billionaires, they are creeps too, but they get away with it because of the color of their skin.
Correct.
So he makes us look even worse because he was doing it not only to young girls, but he was doing it to black women. And they feel like, black women feel like they are the most unprotected species on the earth. And I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason being is because black men don't protect them like they should.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, so it goes deeper than just his music and him being creepy. It's like, if all the most important women in your life don't F with it, it's like, you gotta stop listening to this nigga, bro. I understand he has some hits. He has some baby makers. He wrote a lot of songs that, like, for people that we will never know, but he's just a genius when it comes to music. I just wish the creepness didn't come with it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But
Thank
the
you.
type of music that you listen to,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like that, it kind of shows your personality a little bit to me. You know what I mean? Your music, the type of music you like and you listen to, like, kind of explain the type of person you are. Now, you might listen to his music because it's just good and you just a freak nigga. You know what I mean? Like, that could be possible too, but what comes along with it, you got to think. The stuff that he's singing about, a lot of this stuff was to underage women. So when you know that much, how can you even listen to it the same way?
So I should just go up on the delete of these songs now.
That's what I did. I don't even play nothing that he featured on.
Okay, so how about this? I got a question then. Can you still watch The Cosby Show?
I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't watched the Cosby Show on Rewind because of what Bill did.
Okay, I haven't either. I was just asking.
You got to take.
It bothers me that both of y'all looked at me in unison like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the way that just happened. Y'all literally both turned your head at the same damn time. Do I still watch The Cosby Show?
No, what about that? Well, you can talk about that too, but what about R. How you feel about still listening to R. Kelly? Honestly.
It's a double-edged sword for me because I believe in separating the person from their music or from whatever it is they did. And what he did was fucked up, but I still, whatever songs I had on there before all this came out, they still on there. And I still listen to it. Just like I still listen to Michael Jackson, and yes, I still watch The Cosby Show.
What's the double-edged sword though? What's the other end of that?
I'm just a person that believes you can separate certain shit. That's just my inner belief.
Do you listen to him around your girls?
Do
you listen to him around your girls, your kids?
They listen to it.
They listen to him?
They watch the series and everything. They listen to his music.
And you don't care?
No.
It don't bother you?
It doesn't.
That bothers me that don't bother you.
You don't have kids.
I know. But still, it has nothing to do with me and not having kids.
It kind of does. You can have, because it's hard. I hate when people who don't have kids always have an opinion on how somebody parents or what they feel somebody should or shouldn't do. Because it's like if you've never done it and if you ain't been through it, you have no right to tell somebody else how to do something. You had no experience yourself.
No, that's a fact. I'm not telling you what to do.
No, I'm not saying you are. You just asked me why I felt that way. Yeah, I'm saying that's why I hate when I hear anybody. I don't care if they black, white, male, female, whatever. If you do not, and raising nieces and nephews is not the same thing as having your own kid. I get tired when people say that.
That's
when it's your own fucking flesh and blood, there's a difference. But it irritates me when people who don't have any, who haven't had to make sacrifices and do certain things for the betterment of their children, want to tell somebody with kids what to do.
How do you separate it though?
Huh?
How do you separate it from him being what he is and you knowing all of the creep shit he did to black women or women period, girls, little girls? Like, how do you separate that? And you just still cool with like listening to it?
Well, because the thing is, for one, all the music that I have, it's like it's already bought and paid for. I can't get my money.
Yeah.
You know, like I can see like if I didn't have no music and then after all that shit came out, I wouldn't download it every album and add it to his revenue or what little bit of revenue he gets. This is music that I've already had for years. Because when all this shit came out, like with the docuseries and all that other shit, it's like he didn't have no new music coming out. Hell, the motherfucker really wasn't even relevant anymore. And then the sad thing is, and you touched a good point, you might be listening to songs by him you don't know because he been writing music for people for years.
I know I do. I just don't know which ones they are.
That's what I'm saying. So even though you might not listen directly to him, you might leave here today, go get in the car, and some song come on that you've been vibing out to for a minute. God forbid you look up the writer. R. Kelly might be on that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No, you're right.
I'm just saying.
But I just don't, it's not his voice. But I don't know if that even makes, I don't even know if that makes it better. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it makes it better because he still wrote it. So maybe.
Are you still listening to T.I. right now?
I haven't listened to T.I. recently.
Since the stuff came out?
Well, before that, I listened to his last album, but that's about it. I wasn't never the biggest T.I. fan.
Do you have T.I. music on your phone right now? Are you going to delete it right now because of all the accusations against him? And his wife?
I don't know what the accusations are.
You ain't been watching the news?
Nah.
He got like the whole city of Georgia and some other states coming to him saying he been raping bitches, making them have threesomes and all this shit with him and his. Y'all ain't neither one of y'all hip to this?
I knew they was in the news for something, but I didn't know. I didn't know if he was like found guilty for it. T.I. still walking free as far as I'm concerned.
He ain't been well, R. Kelly ain't been found guilty yet either. He's just in jail without bail.
Nah, he was guilty, bro.
No, regardless of what we think of him, he legally has not been found guilty. He is in jail without bail. He ain't even went to trial yet.
So, however many years ago it was, the first trial that he had, were you listening to it?
I'm not the biggest R. Kelly fan.
That ain't what he asked you.
So I can't say that I was listening to it. I can't say that I was listening to it. Like, I doubt that if he's not on a feature in my phone, I doubt that I have any of his music. Or if I ever had any of his music in there. I didn't download, what was the one joint, the Chocolate Factory or something? I didn't download none of his shit. I never had none of his music in my shit unless he was, you know what I mean, like...
A feature.
Yeah, on a feature. But I don't know, that's just, I don't know. I got a problem with it, but I mean, again, it's subjective. So
it's not the same thing, but then the Tory Lanez and Megan situation.
Yeah, because that's different.
That's a different situation.
It's a totally different. Tory Lanez is not being accused of being a rapist and a pedophile.
Correct.
He shot a bitch in the foot.
Black woman at that.
Yeah, so so the R. Kelly thing.
We don't know what happened in that backseat. For all we know, May could have been beating the shit out of him, and that was his only. Why you laughing? I'm saying, for all you know, May could have been fucking him up. Cause he little. Meg is like 6'1". Tory ain't but what, 5'2", 5'3". Tory a little dude. You see the little videos of him trying to learn how to box. The nigga can't fight.
She might have been punching.
She might have been beating the shit out of him.
He ain't have to shoot her though.
He shot her in the foot.
He could have bit her or something.
He shot her in the foot.
Fighting
to me would have been worse. You gotta get Which one? The shooting in the foot?
Yeah.
That was Harlem Nights when Eddie Murphy shot Della Reese in the pinky toe. I'm just saying, that's what he did. He shot her in the foot.
But I have the same stance. I have the same stance on that as well, though. Like,
What?
It's not the same as R. Kelly. It's not the same as the R. Kelly situation, but he's supposed to be, because what I was telling Jared was, he was like, we don't know that he shot her. So I'm like, here's my thing with the whole situation.
Oh,
right?
he shot her.
Even if he didn't shoot her, somebody did, and he knows who did it, right? And at the time, they were together. So whoever shot her, they had to run him a fade. Like, he was supposed to be punching on whoever it was because that was his girl at the time. He still to this day ain't try to defend, you know what I mean, her as far as that. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't shoot her, but, you know what I mean, I got into it with whoever did or whatever the case may be. Like, that's my thing. Like, he only saying that he didn't do it or whatever the case may be. And that's my, again, like, that was your chick at the time. And he says she was tripping on him because he was all over Kylie or whatever. And it's like, nigga, they friends. Why are you all over her friend? She brought you to the house, because Tory Lanez wasn't getting into Kylie's house without Meg. Like, so she brought you to the house. You acting like a fool because you're around this chick. Like, yeah, she probably just started barking on that nigga and started embarrassing him. And he got embarrassed in front of everybody, and then his little man complex came through, and he just pulled out the gat and don't know how to use it because he a sucker from Canada. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what happened.
Well, can we ask the?
Are you attacking Canadians now?
No, I'm attacking that Canadian.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Can we ask the other question? Not the first question, not the half a mil. The second one.
Yes, we absolutely can ask that question as well. All right, so this is a sticky situation. Well, are we done with that? The music? Y'all niggas just delete that music. That's it.
I'm not deleting nothing. And I'm not gonna stop watching Cosby either. I'm not. I grew up on that shit. The Cosby shit is different though, because if you talk to a lot of people from that generation, what he was doing, as far as the Quaaludes and shit, that's what they did back. I've talked to men and women in that age bracket. Mm-hmm. That was a thing in the 60s and 70s. That's what people did. I'm not excusing
each other.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, that was the thing. People just did that shit. That was a big thing at parties. Quaaludes was like what when motherfuckers first started getting turned on to like ecstasy and shit. Yeah, that's what Quaaludes was.
Did he get accused of that? Like, is there proof that he was doing that?
Yes, because so if you ever watched any of the deposition videos, he admitted that he would invite chicks to his house or in his hotel room. That he said he would put shit in his drink, and he said he would put shit in.
Oh, he was drugging himself?
Yeah, because he said that would make the experience better. He admitted that in the deposition.
Oh, this nigga, wow.
Well,
Bill,
he can get away with admitting it because of the majority of the women that accused him or tried to come after him. The statute of limitations had long ran out because he only went to jail for the one. He's only convicted of fucking with one person because the statute of limitations. It was the one they had her picture all over, the ugly ass white woman. They had her picture all over the TV. That was the only one he got convicted for, because the rest of that shit, the statutes of limitation had passed.
It was too long. Yeah.
He was the only one. She was the only one that still could have an active case. That's why she was the only one like witness that testified against him.
That's why he in jail now.
Yes.
From that one woman.
Yes.
Okay. But
now the deposition didn't help because it was admissible. So there might have been some people on the jury that even if they wanted to be like, okay, well, we might not believe he did that one. But the motherfucker did admit he was putting shit in everybody's drink.
If he was putting it in his own, I ain't know that. If he
admitted, if
he was putting it in his own, he willing to put it in.
You pull the shit up. There's a video of it. It's about an hour long, and he admits he did it. And the funny thing about that is that then they also showed a clip of one time when he was on, the guy Larry King.
Yes.
He used to have his own talk show.
Did he just die?
Yes.
Okay.
But he was on Larry, and this was during like the height of the Cosby Show. He was on Larry King one night, and he admitted they were talking about. I don't remember exactly what they were talking about, but he was talking about how it said, especially before he got married, when he would go to parties, because what they called it before Quaaludes, they used to call it Spanish Fly.
Okay.
He said, you would
back
go
in
to
the 60s?
He said you would go to a party, because he was talking about how some of the parties he went to at the Playboy Mansion back in the day. And he said, that's what we did. He He said, you meet whoever, you get the Spanish fly, you put it in some drinks, and then you hook up. That's how we did shit back then. I'm just saying. So this was long before anybody tried to come after you. I'm a natural conspiracy theorist, only for the simple fact I don't look at the point of. I'm a firm believer that after so long, this is gonna sound very bad, but after so long and to a certain point, you need to get over shit.
Yeah, certain stuff, but not that, dog.
No, even that event. But here's the reason why: because you put your own life on hold, not dealing with certain shit.
Yeah, but
you can fuck yourself up.
Yeah, but
by not dealing with certain stuff.
That's true. The longer you hold on to shit, the more damage
you're gonna hurt yourself. And whoever you mad at and whoever did whatever, they out here living their best life, not thinking about your ass.
But you know that like a lot of women say that they don't say nothing about it because people don't believe them.
Which is a tragedy.
It is. So that's why they hold on to a lot of shit because they like, I've heard people like personally say, like, yeah, I was trying to tell my mom that my uncle and my father or my stepfather have been touching me since I was a kid, and they just be like, no, he wasn't, like, you're lying. No, like, so from being traumatized as a kid, like as they grow up and more stuff start happening,
but
that stuff just continue to replay in their head. They don't want to say nothing.
They don't, but you still have to find a way to live a life and deal with it, regardless whether it's through therapy or whatever.
Yeah, that's
But then you also have to look at it. There are times. See, what makes it bad for the women are the women that come out and lie. Those are the ones that fuck it up for everybody else. Like, same thing, and God rest his soul, when Kobe got accused of what he did. Mm-hmm. She didn't want to admit he paid her. This was a consensual affair. She got mad, went and lied, and said, this man raped me, and she destroyed this man's reputation. Yeah. Now, don't get me wrong, he destroyed some of it himself by cheating on his wife. Mm-hmm. That's the first fuck, because if you wouldn't have cheated on your wife, you wouldn't have been in this fucking position. Mm-hmm. That being said, because you sprung or because you didn't feel I gave you a proper amount of money or whatever, don't try and destroy me, because if anything, you charge that to the game. Okay, I tricked you with a different price, whatever. You let bygones be bygones. But that man didn't rape her.
Yeah, she was mad.
But that's what I'm saying. There are women that have done that, and those are the ones that fuck it up for the innocent ones trying to come out, because there's more cases of the ones trying to get something for nothing versus the ones who just want straight justice for what happened to them.
Which again makes it hard for women because
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the ones that cry wolf, and when the real ones come out, it's like, nah, she lied.
It's just like you look in the news, what's going on with Deshaun Watson right now. I find it interesting that
they said he was drugging people too.
No, they just said he was getting all these massages from bitches and trying to force them to do stuff while they was getting massages. But what I find ironic about, so this man has been in Houston for 5 years. No claim has come out. No, the minute he said he wants to leave, get out of his contract, go to another team.
Yeah. Now
you got 20 women, all in Houston. None of these chicks are from nowhere else.
Yeah.
All in that city. Now all of a sudden, everybody want to come out and say. Now, I'm not saying that they're lying. I just find the timing of it a little weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, why now when he trying to leave?
You know what though?
Because if anything, if you was gonna why not come get him last year when he signed the big contract?
That's a fact.
When he got the 5 years, 150 million, whatever the fuck, it was something ridiculous. Whatever he did. You was gonna come. Okay, yeah, come in. Now I know what you got. Now I'm gonna. Why am I waiting until you getting ready to leave? Or trying to leave? Because he ain't even left nowhere yet. Because they own his rights. He's still sitting. You see what I'm saying? It's just the timing of it.
Yeah.
The timing of it looks a little funny to me.
And it's always crazy when you got people like the millionaires dealing with that money, man. I just feel like people be putting people up to stuff because the one defense I will say,
but money helps.
The one defense in R. Kelly's situation and Bill Cosby and T.I., all of them, the one thing I will say is, why does it take, like, again, I know people be scared, but like he said, at some point in time, you got to deal with it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that's my thing. Like, when we hear this stuff, it's like, why now? Like, why did y'all wait 20 years to come out and say this? You know what I mean? Which kind of makes me believe, like...
Well, you have to look at each individual case. First of all, R. Kelly is in jail because of his own stupidity. Mm-hmm. Because first of all, you got away with it. No, there is. There's an old saying, like, you know, when you beat the government, you're supposed to walk away humble.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go out and keep doing the same shit. Like, when he got away with it the first time, any and every videotape he still had, you need to burn that.
Mm-hmm.
I done got away with it. I still got my name intact to a certain degree.
Why was he recording?
Yeah,
Why would he
exactly.
record
That's what I'm
it?
saying. Because when they caught him the second time, he still had tapes.
Why is he recording them kids?
I can't explain now.
Why, man?
No, I
That
mean,
dude is
it's
just creepy
so
on
much-
another
I mean,
level. I just don't want to hear from him, bro. He creepy on another level. If you gonna do your dirt, do it, but don't record it and have it for proof.
But you hit
Something to
a
think about, bro.
but you hit a certain point, and I don't know if you've been watching it. You've been watching that documentary about Woody Allen.
But I know about it.
That's the best case that prove what money can do.
Yeah, for sure.
Because now there's a person who definitely should have been. This motherfucker was fucking with a 5-year-old.
he a creep though.
But in
He
here,
like married one of his daughters, right, or something like that.
yeah, he married his adopted. They're still
his
together.
adopted daughter.
He's 85 and
He
she's
married
60.
her.
Yeah.
He a creep. That's what I was saying about them,
But
them,
yet-
them old rich white men, yo.
But that's what I said with like bringing up the money thing. You should watch this because money is the only reason he's not in jail now.
Yeah, cause and he
No,
white,
money is, huh?
and he white.
Being the fact he was white helped, but the money he has and what he represented, and he was like, you got to understand it, especially in the height of his prime. He was like the Jim of New York. He was a hometown boy. He was doing all these movies in New York.
Mm-hmm.
He was generating revenue for the city, the fucking state.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was their gold mine.
Mm.
And so when you have all that back, because all the evidence was there. Like you'll see it when she watches. Like his wife, she has recorded phone calls.
Of him being a creep.
Yes, and this nigga still ain't in jail. He 85 now.
Yeah,
Like he still ain't in jail.
they might as well just put that man in the death chair.
Well, he can't go nowhere. It's statute of limitations. You can't touch him now. The only thing you can do to him now is if he makes a movie. Like so, before the docuseries just came out, he had just made a movie. It was with a bunch of young actors too. When they found out about the allegations, all of them, the money they were, because one of them was the dude, the Spider-Man guy was in the movie, the little young kid. He donated his entire, he donated his entire salary to like a rape crisis center. Like he gave all the money back, and pretty soon the rest of the cast fell in line. They all gave the money back. And the only other thing that happened is, so that particular movie, it didn't get played in the States. But the fucked up thing about it is, so they just played it internationally. Internationally, it still made like $80 million. So in his own way, he still got paid. But that's really the only thing you can try to do to him now is maybe come after him civilly.
Because it's been so long.
Exactly. Yeah, he's not. He can't go to jail now because the main girl he's accused of abuse, she's a grown woman now, married with kids. She's
That's
like your age now.
Trash.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow. And that nigga stayed out of jail because he was helping New York.
That nigga stayed out of jail because he was paid.
Yeah, making all
He
that
was
money.
paid and had a lot of influential friends.
That's it.
When you got governors and mayors and ex-presidents speaking up on your behalf, it's kind of hard to.
Even with that nigga being a creep, yo, the cash rules everything around me. That's craziness. You can just do whatever when you got money. All right, so the next scenario is kind of tricky. I still can't answer it. I've been thinking about it for days, but so the question was, if you go to the movies with your side chick and you happen to go to the bathroom and see your main chick with her side nigga, do you say something or do you just leave it alone?
Wait a minute, what? Oh, wait a minute. What the fuck is? Wait a minute, what?
So
I go to the movies with my side chick. I'm trying to understand.
Okay,
Wait,
listen, this is the question. You go to the movies with your side chick.
I went to the movies with my side chick.
You go to the movies with your side chick. You tell her to go ahead. You got to go get some popcorn, whatever. And when you walking back out, you see your main chick with her side nigga. Do you approach it or do you just leave it alone?
Are you saying in general or are you just asking me personally?
It's a personal question. So we all gonna answer. We're gonna start with Jordan.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll go down the line, but
Okay.
we all are gonna answer this. So
is
it's
retarded.
well, who brought it up?
Who brought this up?
Yeah, my little brother asked us this question. It's Friday or something. Yeah, Friday, I think.
Is there a reason he asked this question?
Nah, he just
okay.
asked.
Okay.
So
I was gonna say because if there was, you need to talk to him.
I'm gonna be real.
say the right things. Your
I've been
wife
in-
is sitting over there.
Yeah, I see her.
Okay. So say the right shit.
Nah, but for real, like I've been in it too long to actually just let it pass by. Obviously, because if we're honest, men have more emotions than women. On the low.
Facts.
So obviously,
That's not even on the low. That's just for real. That's just how.
Wait a minute, what did he just say? Facts? What
He said. On the low, men have.
more emotions.
Yeah, men are more emotional than women. Okay, so go ahead.
So me personally, like, yes, I gotta approach it, but at the same time, you kind of get away with it if you do it right. I think women can do it better, but
Okay, what do you mean if you do it right?
so
Explain
literally,
that.
like, if you approach her about it and you press it like, "Yo, who is this? Da da da. We've been like this, da da da, together for this long, and you did this to me." Okay, boom. But then again, it could flip on you, and she asks you, "But what are you doing here?"
Facts.
So if she asks you what you're doing here, then either
Then you
you trip
fucked.
up or you play it out correctly. Me personally, I've done this for a while, so I gotta play it out correctly.
Well, how would you play that?
What
off
is that?
correctly?
Yeah, I'm waiting to hear. What is the
When
play
she-
it off
when
correctly?
You
part?
ask her when she asks you, "What are you doing here?"
So
How you play that off?
me personally, like, I'm actually not gonna lie. I've done this before.
You do realize before you go any further, she's sitting right there.
Yeah.
Before I just don't want you to get in trouble.
She
Because me and him, we get to go home, live our life. You got to live with her. I'm just saying. So you realize
You got
she's
an
right there.
8-hour trip.
Yeah,
back to,
like,
fine.
you know,
It's fine.
back home, boy.
She'll be okay.
we just got done talking about Tori and Meg in the back seat. I'm just saying, you gonna be in a car with? We can stop this
Yeah,
right now.
We can just chill.
We can
right
edit
now.
all this out. We ain't even got to discuss
No,
this.
no.
Answer
cool.
the question.
Yeah,
Oh, look, there
yeah,
it is.
see,
Yep,
here
see,
we
there you go. Go ahead.
So I actually, like, before me and her, because me and her, I'm not gonna lie.
Before you and her, that's how you play it out, right? I feel you.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Why you-
All right. Go ahead. It was before y'all. Don't even worry about it. It was before y'all. Yeah.
So
Alright,
there was
listen.
one girl that I was with, and I had suspicions that she was cheating.
Mhm.
So, like, I got one time, I went through her phone, looked. Oh, that's one thing y'all should never do. Never go through her phone.
Don't go through the phone. That's a whole nother podcast. We're not even.
No, we
bringing
should talk
that
about
up.
that today,
We're not
too.
even
Shit.
bringing that up.
Yeah,
Do
we
not
should.
go
Never
through the phone,
don't do
dog.
that. But did I follow her? Yes. And she went to the movies and popped up there, and she pressed me about, like, why are you here too? Da da da. But I told her I went through her phone, seen everything, seen that I was gonna meet up here. So I just had to find out for myself if it was a fact. So it was. I mean, I could have went up to her and pressed her about it, just literally over there. But I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt at the time. But I found out. So, but if you weren't, and you flipped it, and she flips it on you, then, and you don't know what to say, then yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah, you're done.
When you went, I'm curious. So when you this female, when you went through her phone, were you cheating too?
No.
Okay. See, that's different. See, because the way because the way he poised it's different when both. There's two things to look at. For one, it's different when both people doing it, and something you didn't say, which it does factor in. People are gonna say two wrongs don't make it right, but it also depends on who was cheating first. Because what if I'm out with my side bitch, but I only got a side bitch because I found out she was cheating. But I'm saying it's
but
that factors in sometimes. Who's
but
doing
you gotta
what
bring
first.
up. You have to bring up the question that.
But what he did, I don't see nothing wrong with that. He had suspicion. If he wasn't cheating, I wouldn't have went through the phone. But if he had suspicions and just followed her for whatever, that's kind of different.
Yeah, that is different.
Because he wasn't doing anything.
Right.
But the scenario you gave is two people both fucking around.
So hold on.
Okay. Before you finish, let me ask this question. Okay, if you even play it off like that, because you definitely could, that's a good thing. Like, yeah, I went through your phone, I knew you was cheating, and blah, 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 I just wanted to catch you, whatever, right? After that, what are you gonna do with the side? She's still in there waiting for you. And what if she come out? Like, yo, you taking that long? Like, what's good? And you in the middle of arguing. Then what you do? Now you fucked either way, dog. You fucked either way. Because if Shorty come out like, I gotta go to the bathroom too, or I meant to tell you to get me some Skittles or something, like, you just fucked your life up over some Skittles. Your life is through. Your life is through over some Skittles, dog, and some popcorn.
That's why you don't say nothing. So I'm gonna skip you. I'm gonna go ahead and take my turn. So
Hold on, he didn't finish.
Oh, I thought he was done because he never answered. I thought he did that, but
pretty much at that point, if I do, well, I would go up and say something. But if she does come out and I get caught, then I ain't gonna lie, I've been caught before. I felt terrible afterwards. I felt pretty bad, but I'm not saying I cheat now. Let's get that straight.
Mm-hmm. No, this was before her.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not talking about now.
But if you get caught, you get caught. But me personally, I own up to my decision stuff.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Red.
I was just gonna say if y'all both, me personally, if it would be, if y'all, I'm not gonna say well. Wait, let me ask you. I'm assuming in this scenario, do we live together or we just happen to be a couple?
Oh, Jerry.
See, because that makes it does make a difference.
It
does.
It was two scenarios. Either you can do that one, you can do both of them.
So I look at
first,
if we live together and I'm doing the same thing she doing, like, yeah, I'm gonna take note. I'm not gonna say shit till we get back to the crib because I'm the type of person, and he can tell you I don't do public scenes. Like, I have a firm. I don't care what you mad at me about. You wait till we either get in the car or we get home. I don't care if you got to bite your tongue till blood come out your nose. I don't do public. And I'm the same way. I don't care how pissed I am. I'm not gonna cause a scene in public. Okay. I'm gonna wait till. So me personally, if we live together, I see it. I might make sure that you see me. Like, I might do a little fucked up wave or something just to be petty. But I ain't gonna cause a scene. I'm gonna go on where I was. When we get to the crib, we can fucking have it out. We can have it out verbally. We can go all the way Ike and Tina. It don't matter to me, but we gonna talk once we get to the crib. Now, if we don't live together,
yeah,
I'm gonna go on about my evening. I'm gonna let her go. Hey, I'm gonna let her go on about hers. Somebody will be at somebody's door the next day. But I'm like, because I don't believe in call. I don't. You got to understand. Especially when I was a lot heavier. I used to be a bouncer. I've had to deal with some dumb shit in my. So I have a thing in my mind to where I'm not gonna cause a scene in public, unless you would have to be. It would have to be an ultimate level of disrespect for me to really get out of character. And you just being at the movies with a motherfucker, especially if I'm doing the same shit, I ain't gonna lose character. Not over that. Now, it may be in your scenario where if I'm not doing nothing and I stumble across and I see you do some shit and I feel betrayed, then maybe I might act stupid. Okay. But if we're both doing the same thing, no, I ain't gonna cause no scene, but you can best believe when we get home, it's coming. It's behind closed doors, it's coming. Especially, and the sad thing is, because I'm petty. So if she was the one who was cheating first, no, for real. Because if she was the one who was cheating first and I find out, I go start doing this, the ignorant person I might not say nothing.
Listen, though.
I just might not, because it's like she doing it, so I'm going to have me some fun too and be done with it.
I'm not even going to lie to y'all.
You going to cause a scene.
I am not even going to hold y'all.
You going to cause a scene.
I've done the cheating thing.
You going to cause a scene.
I've done the cheating thing, right? And it was cool while I was doing it. Like, it didn't feel good, but I knew I was doing wrong, right? Mm-hmm. And she found out, take me back, whatever, and I still continued to do it. But the one time I think that she's even given her phone number to another nigga, it makes me upset. Like, it makes me sick to my stomach. I don't know why. There's no way that I can see my main chick, even if I'm doing dirt of the dirt, I can't see my main chick with another nigga and not say nothing.
That's a pride issue.
It is a pride issue.
It is.
Because I
old fashioned pig headed ass male pride.
That's what it is. Like there's no, and this is how I would take this back in the day. You know what I mean? Like, because now it's just like I don't have the headache to be dealing with more than one woman at a time, anyways. But back in the day, nigga, it's like now I can do whatever I want. Like it's a man's world, so. Yeah, I want to have my cake and eat it too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, so just me off rip, knowing me back in the day, I'm not sure I would cause a scene, but I'm definitely going to make my presence known to them. Okay. Even with Shorty waiting for me, you know what I mean? Like, and at that point, I ain't even going to hold you because she decide, I probably won't even care about her at that point. Like, she just gonna have to find her own ride home and everything. Like, cause me and Shorty gotta go to the crib. If we live together, that's gonna hurt even more. If we just a couple and we live separately, I'm still not about to, because it's like, okay, if they at the movies, what's about to happen after? And then I gotta think about this nigga pounding my shit. Like, let
me ask you a question.
No.
Let me ask you a question. But if you doing the same thing, what is the purpose of causing the scene?
That's what I'm saying.
Because you said you're going to make your presence known and do whatever. But I'm saying, what's the point? Because you're just as fucked as she is.
At that point, it all go out the window, though. That's what I'm saying. I don't care nothing else about that. She just decide anyways.
Again, pride.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's
pride. Because you got to be able to... What's that old saying? Don't get mad when I pull a you on you.
Yeah,
that's what the fuck exactly, that. I'm just saying that's what that is.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to pick and choose. You got to pick and choose your battles. Man.
So yeah, back in the day, that's all it was. It's gonna be a pride issue.
I don't care if it was back in the day, last week, next month. It doesn't matter. You can't. You cannot show your ass when you are just as guilty. You can't.
Listen, you asked.
Let me rephrase that. You shouldn't. You a grown up.
You asking me how?
No, this y'all's question. I didn't bring this shit up. y'all did it.
Well,
I didn't even know what the topics were today when I showed up. So
that's what
okay. And I'm allowed to disagree with you, just like you disagree with me about my shit. I am allowed to disagree with you.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And I don't think that's right. You can't. No, that's bullshit. You can't. If you're doing the exact same fucking thing.
Well, it's not right from jump.
No, everybody's
so at that
wrong.
point, it's like go all in. It is what it is. Everybody in this situation is wrong.
You went all in. If you really want to go all in, what you should do, this is petty. Invite her in to do, well, hey, we over here. Come watch this.
See, that's
I'm just saying, if you gonna go all in,
that's a
but ain't no point in trying to cause no scene and embarrass the fuck out of everybody when you doing the same shit she doing.
I'm not even saying I would cause a scene. I would just, like I said, let my presence be known.
That in itself is gonna cause a fucking scene.
Nah, like I just walk past her.
Not unless she give you some pimp shit.
Nah,
she might hit you. She might hit you with some player shit.
Ain't no woman hit me with
ladies is pimps too. Don't act like that.
Nigga, I'm a player. You can't play a player.
Yes, you can.
Nigga, I'm a player.
When it's the main one. When it's the main
one,
all.
Possible.
Yeah, I was gonna say when it's the main one, all players can be played. When it's that one,
the main.
Everybody slips up.
They said players fuck up.
They do. They do.
Unbuckle your seatbelt, player.
Yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
What is it called when you have a relationship with two women and they're okay with it?
Poly.
Okay, so I got asked, did I think poly relationships were okay?
What was your answer? Because we had this conversation about being exclusive.
That is not the same thing. Well, it is.
Well, we did have that conversation.
We could ask him that because
we're not going to ask him.
Why ain't we?
I'm not wrong with
grown ass man. If I want to ask him a question, I'm going to ask him. You can't tell me what I'm going to ask him.
You're not going to ask him on my show, nigga.
Watch me. Just because you said I can't. Watch me. I'm sorry. Go ahead and make your point. What was your point? Go ahead.
That's actually a good question, though. Because he bringing up the poly shit.
No, like, I didn't go straight into it and say, like, oh, yeah, of course. Like, having two women is dope as hell. Like, But I literally said that's something that you have to discuss with your partner in the beginning. Me, I'm all about discussing before we even go into
whatever.
Exactly. Like, I like to plan out everything before I go forth and just jump into something. But, like, literally, for real, you gotta have a conversation with her. If she's okay with it, then sure. Like, me personally, I don't think I could do it. But, I mean,
why couldn't you?
That's too much.
Even if she was okay with it.
Even if she was okay with it, dealing with her in general is a lot. I can't deal with two.
She a handful?
A handful is not the word.
She weigh like $110.
I understand that, but still, she don't quit. That's the problem.
Again, you do realize she said right.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I just want to make sure we got that out there. For okay.
Oh, we discussed everything before I came.
Good man. Wait.
So you couldn't do it? No. Okay, so
I couldn't either.
Yeah, me either.
Especially, but my reasons are different. I got two daughters. I got a 16 and a 15-year-old, and just the way they are two total fucking opposites. They make me broke. They annoy me. They drive me fucking crazy, especially since the one is dating now, which is a whole new realm of shit I have to deal with.
You ain't tell me that.
Yeah, I'm answering the doors with shotguns and every fucking thing else, and I just look at it, and I'm their father. Wait a minute, I'm their father. And these are two women in my house. I couldn't do two personally. I couldn't do it. I don't have the patience for it. I don't. I barely got the patience for them. They my kids. I'm stuck with them, and I barely got the patience for them. I'm not gonna go out and choose no motherfucking drama. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you know what? People that do that poly shit. I know somebody that does it. He's been in several, and he said what breaks it up. He said it always happens. He said the minute one starts getting more attention than the other, it's going to be a problem. Yeah. And it is a natural. He said it's a natural thing that happens. You can have equal love for both. But it's just like, no, remember when it's like one of our first episodes when we talked about the threesome shit and why some people shouldn't have one. It's kind of that same thing, because there's going to be that one that you can be with two. There's just going to be that one that you vibe with better. Maybe her cooking's going to be better. I'm just saying, her cooking going to be better. She's going to fuck you better. There's going to be one that's going to change something. And that other one is going to start getting played more and more to the motherfucking side, and it's going to cause an issue.
I'm definitely giving my attention to one more. That's what I never do it, man. It's just too hard to please two women the same exact way at the same time. Because even when you got a side chick, she ain't getting everything. Like, you either treating your side chick better than your main, and you taking away from your main, or vice versa. You just got to decide for when she's needed. You know what I mean? Like, you just giving her just that. She know her role. So one way or another, you're never treating the women the same. So a poly, like, you're damn near obligated to treat them the same way, because it's a relationship that all y'all agreed to.
So how do you tell a girl she's a side chick then?
That's a good ass question, bro.
It's an easy answer.
I don't know. You just tell it. Excuse me. I think women know though.
Nah, some don't.
Some don't.
Some don't. Just like some dudes don't know that they are.
Well, how do you tell her?
First of all, that's a compliment to whoever playing the game, because when you can hide shit a certain way without telling it, that's a gift. Mm-hmm. But if you're honest with it, because the thing is, people will only allow you to do to them what they accept. That's whether you main, side, whatever. Because you can play it and you can meet somebody and be honest and say, I got somebody at home. If they choose to fuck with you anyway, they've already put themselves in they've already put ain't nothing left for you to do. Now, you and that person, you need to have a discussion about, what's allowable, what's not. But once they agree to fuck with you, knowing you got something, they make themselves that.
But that's not saying how you tell them, though.
That is how you tell them. The first time you meet a motherfucking, it's just like you go out.
So that's not you telling them. That's them choosing to be that. So you don't have to tell them. You
should tell them, because it's a respect thing at that point. Because for one, you don't want nothing based off of a lie. Because anything that's based off of a lie, it's not going to work regardless. And it's probably going to end 20 times worse. You tell them, they choose to fuck with you, they accept with what comes of being that side chick or that side dude.
What you mean when you tell them that you already involved with somebody and they still choose to F with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're accepting that that's what they are.
Yeah, you're right.
But if you're not honest with them,
That's what I'm saying. What about the ones that you never told? You know what I mean? Like,
And you got to you.
how do you
play-
come out after that and be like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like, I don't even know what to say. How do you even say it?
It'll come out eventually, because if you present yourself to be single, eventually that person is they're going to start asking for more shit, and then when you constantly keep telling them no, something's going to click off. You're going to get confronted about it. So one way or another, you're going to have to admit it. Everybody ain't stupid. Some people like to play stupid for whatever reason, but
So you eventually gonna end up getting caught up for the ones that you didn't tell from the
you eventually, like, unless you break up with the main one and it don't come up, so now you ain't got to tell the side one no more to certain shit. But I'm just saying.
So we back to the situation at the movie theater.
How so? What you mean?
You know?
What we gonna do with it? No.
Yeah, how what you
No,
mean?
because the movie theater, you just brought up a scenario with two people both fucking around and happen to be at the same place at the same time.
Okay. What? Okay. I'm sorry. No. Okay, I see.
Yeah,
Because I was
nah.
thinking of my scenario, the suspicion part.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's it's not bringing that back up. I don't think there's a specific way that you can tell it.
The specific way is to just tell it. You need
From
to
the
tell.
jump.
You need to tell. And like I said, because there are men who are side dudes too. You need to tell it from the jump and let them decide.
Yeah, because I had a chick.
Because if they decide to fuck with you, they're accepting what it is at that point.
So then you ain't even gotta tell them.
Because you didn't already told them in that scenario.
Yeah,
There's nothing left to tell. You know, what's understood don't need to be explained. If I tell you that I'm living with somebody doing this, that, and the other, and you choose to fuck with me, you're setting yourself up for certain rules. You already know there's certain shit I'm not gonna be able to do. You've accepted my situation.
That is a sick individual, yo. For you to accept that is.
Why does that make them sick? There are people that are professional side pieces. There are some people that prefer that. I used to be side nigga of the year back in the day because I didn't want no relationship. I didn't. I wanted my fun and I wanted to be able just to go on about my business.
That's cool. Why you can't do that with single people though? Why did you have to do it with somebody that makes you a sick nigga?
No, because even when you're still single, you have to explain yourself with certain shit. When you're a side piece, like rules is already no, for real. Rules is already set in place. You already know. Don't ask me to do certain shit. I can't do it. You know why?
Nah, son.
No, that's true.
No, I'm saying since you single, you just want to have your fun, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Like, if that's the case, why don't you just date other people that's single? So there's no attachment, there's nothing. It's just I want to have my fun. It is what it is. We fuck around every once in a while. Boom, boom, boom.
You adapt.
Why are you messing with? Why do you have to mess with somebody
adapt.
that's already with somebody? Is my case.
It's funny how somebody ain't desirable until they get somebody.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
That's
Isn't it ridiculous how that
Because some
happens?
people you don't really want to.
You don't really want it, then you see them with somebody, and it's like,
yeah,
I want them all of a sudden. I can't explain
I'm
it.
just gonna change the subject. This nigga telling on me. I don't think men are worse. Why you say that? Why you think we worse?
We way worse.
Why?
Because a woman will just make a comment and leave it at a comment. Niggas, we go way beyond that. We make comments, we start showing up, we start doing dumb shit just to prove a point. And the sad thing is, we'll do it and still don't even want the woman. We just want to take her away from that person just to prove we can. That's ignorance. That's pride.
That's a 50-50. Women do the same thing.
I'm not saying they don't. I'm saying we're worse.
After you've been messing with shorty, then y'all stop and you ain't talked to her for a minute. Then she get.
I'm agreeing with you.
she
We
gets
both do it.
excited.
I'm just saying we worse.
She just wants your attention for that moment to make sure that you ain't fucking with shorty,
worse.
and then she gonna disappear again.
Trust me.
You know what I mean? So that's when you got to bring in your superpowers of saying no, because that's a thing. All right, you got anything else you want to talk about before I ask my question?
Oh, Lord.
Nothing.
You have a question?
Yeah, it was the aggression question.
Oh.
Like, do y'all feel like, okay, so this will probably be the last question for topic of the day, but do y'all feel like women in general have taken the aggression from men, meaning because of like the Me Too movement, because of like, you know what I mean? Like and I have a reason for asking this. All of the shit that we see on Instagram, you know what I mean? Like, Me personally, I feel like if it was illegal for half of these chicks to not show their ass, like, and be half naked on Instagram, it would be a lot of irrelevant women out in the world. You know what I mean? Because it's nothing but sexuality everywhere you look, all the time, right?
We're the ones who perpetuate that.
I know, right? We do, but if they wasn't allowed to do what they do, like, and be, you know what I mean, like, because they did, I mean, it's everywhere for women, like, but if men do it, we come off as creeps. We can't do it.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, somebody may be able to take their shirt off or something, but these chicks be walking around Target and stuff, like, showing their ass, like, on Instagram and stuff, and they don't get in trouble, which I don't understand.
I don't agree with that.
With what?
I want to make sure I understand. You said, so if a woman chooses, I'm gonna tell you what I see in society. If a woman chooses to make herself a sex object,
Yeah.
because she knows she can capitalize off of it,
Mm-hmm.
society, to a degree, they try to demean that woman. If a man takes that same woman and he makes her a sex object, it's okay.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, because that's what it sounded. That's why I just wanted.
No, I'm
I want
saying
clarification.
if a man do the same thing,
When you
As
say
far as
do the same thing as such as what?
as far as try to make himself that same sex object. You know what I mean?
There are
Like,
men that do that.
yeah, but men can't even walk in a store with their shirt off. When women are walking in there like in a thong bikini, you know what I mean? Like, it's a difference between it. But that's not even the thing I'm saying is, when it comes to talking to a woman, men can't be aggressive anymore. I don't know if y'all agree.
Can you define? I'm trying to.
Yeah,
so I'm stuck on the aggressive word.
Okay, I'm about to.
Can you define what you mean when
As
you
far
say
as
we can't be
when I
aggressive?
say aggressive, is it's like, okay, so again, seeing all of this stuff on social media, right? All you're attracted to her because of what you see. You know what I mean? So at this point, you only want to talk to her because you probably only want to fuck, because that's all you see. She just putting her shit out there. He always naked, whatever, she look good, whatever the case may be. So when you go and approach this woman, you're automatically you're gonna get deemed as being thirsty. You know what I mean? Because everybody is after her for the same reason. So you gotta be an aggressive character because you have to show her that you're different than everybody else. But when you're trying to be aggressive and showing that you're different, then comes the, you know what I mean? Again, you're being thirsty, or, you know what I mean? Like, what type of signs do I have to look for to show you how I'm different than everybody else? I want to get to know you for who you are, not for your body and shit like that. But you can't do it because, again, you don't want to be called thirsty. You don't want to be called the pervert. You know what I mean? You don't want to be called nothing that they saying, as far as what you seen from the girl.
He got his hand up. I'm gonna let him go first.
Oh, no. I was waving at my sister. She
Oh,
okay.
okay.
So-
actually, no. So basically, what your question is it still possible to provide for a woman that everybody wants?
I mean, in a sense, like, as far as meeting a new girl, how do you approach a girl like that nowadays? How do you approach a woman nowadays without coming off as being, that's what I mean when I say, when aggressive might not be the
say
the
approach.
word, but okay, so how do you approach a girl nowadays without being called a creep or a pervert or whatever the case may be? Like, and then without getting me too, you know what I mean? Like, how do you approach, like, they didn't took the approach out of stuff, like, so how do you do it?
Did they take it or did we fuck it up? Because here's the reason I say that, because you brought up about like the Instagram shit. 9 times out of 10, when you first see somebody, it's based off of physical attraction anyway.
Correct.
That is what you're looking at. It's not like you was in the grocery store like, damn, look at how she pick out her vegetables. That ain't what got you. But I'm just saying, it is based off of an attraction of what you see that makes you go approach said female.
Yeah, but I've seen
which is 99% physically based.
No, it's always going to be physically based.
No, not always. That's why I said 99%.
Okay,
Because you never know. You might meet somebody, like if you in college or you're taking some type of class or something, you might meet somebody in the class. You only see them like in that student form.
Yeah. Well,
And you might actually be attracted. Their personality might have actually brought you in.
we saying, okay, so I'm talking on most occasions it's going to be physically, but I've seen women in clothes that's clothed. You know what I mean? Their clothes might be a little fitted or whatever, but I've seen women in clothes that I was attracted to. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference. If she
talking about the ones that
always got their ass out, you know what I mean? Like, and you might want to get to know her, you know what I mean? Like as a real person.
So what your question is how do you get to the point where you get around the part where you tell her that you want to fuck and just ask?
Yeah, her. Yeah, how do you get around that? Like, what do you do without coming off as the same as everybody else or as too aggressive? How do you get around that?
That's not up to you.
It's really not.
That's not up to you.
What do you mean it's not up to us?
So the particular, like let's take the IG models.
Mm-hmm.
The particular ones that post that certain type of stuff, they're going to get a certain type of thirst regardless, because of what they post. So it's up to you. Your approach can either be of that guy who just wants to fuck, or your approach can be that guy who actually wants to get to know you.
How do you separate the two is my question.
You can't, because of what she does for a living. She's getting so much attention anyway that you might be able to try to do certain things to make yourself stand out, but at the end of the day, she's the one that has to make the decision whether or not she feels you're genuine or not. There's really nothing you can do.
Yeah, because Hey Beautiful don't work no more.
That's what I'm saying. There's
You
nothing.
hear that 100 times
There's
a day.
nothing you can do.
So even when you're trying to be polite, you know what I mean, that don't work. That's why I'm saying. So that.
But that's why I'm saying there's nothing. What I'm saying is you should not. In my opinion, you should treat it. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're somebody that's trying to fuck, this conversation don't apply to you. If you are somebody who is sincerely wanting to meet a girl and court her and get to know her, you regardless of what she is, what she does, you need to approach it. You need to stay true to yourself and approach it the way you would always do. You might try to throw some little knickknacks in there, like maybe some flowers or some other bullshit, but you still need to be yourself, because at the end of the day, it's still going to be her decision. Regardless of how genuine or regardless of how ingenuine you might be, it is still up to her. There's really nothing you can do.
Well, it's always going to be up to her.
That's what I'm saying.
In
There's
any
nothing.
case.
There's nothing you can do. There's really not. All you can do is hope that she sees your approach genuine enough that you are not like every other motherfucker who's just trying to, do whatever. But you shouldn't try to portray yourself to be something you're not, or try to go above all and beyond. Just be your fucking self.
I just don't think that it works like that, though.
Being yourself.
Nah, you can still be yourself, but
I said you can try to throw some extra shit in. Maybe you can send her some flowers. Maybe you can try. There's little shit you can try, but I'm not saying don't try to go so over the top to where, because the problem is anything
you kind of have to go.
No,
over the
because
top,
anything
though.
you start, you have to finish.
The reason I say you kind of gotta go over the top is because now her norm has become everybody being that particular person.
That's her norm. That don't mean it has to be yours.
I know it's not. It may not be yours, but you're
Right.
gonna have to do a little bit more to get her attention, to let her know.
There's a difference between doing a little bit more and then altering who the fuck you are.
But
That's what I'm saying is don't alter yourself.
Yeah, you can still be yourself and go over the top.
Be authentic to yourself.
All right, that's all the questions I had for that. You got anything else you want to talk about?
I don't even think of. I mean, you know what I talk about.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. You got anything before we move on?
No, because we didn't do a rundown or nothing, so I was just here winging it.
Yeah.
because I didn't know.
I was kind of winging it too because I was
You didn't let me ask him the exclusive question.
Oh,
Because I want to know what his answer. I want to know what his definition is.
Yeah, one more.
What is your okay? What is your so he hasn't posted? No, he did
It's
post
posted.
it. I don't know if you saw it. So we had this big ass debate about the definition of what an exclusive relationship is. What is your definition of being exclusive?
Exclusive.
Yes.
Bro. So honestly, an exclusive relationship, in my opinion, I'm gonna really go with like my generation because it's gonna be different from y'all's. Literally, an exclusive
You
relationship.
say that like I'm old as hell.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, like, it's a different because exclusive, like, because I'll tell you why in a second. Like, exclusive relationship for us is like how we say it is like it's just that those two people together. It doesn't go any further. It doesn't go any less. It's just those.
I'm just kidding. When you say how old are you?
I'm 21.
Are you really? You're the same age as my son. I feel like an old ass man up in here. You're the same age as my son.
You're 34 or something, right?
What?
38?
No,
How old are you?
I'm 42.
Oh, well, I thought you was 38.
I don't know. Your brother thought I was 30.
I thought you was 38.
No.
All right. Well,
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Finn. I was just curious how old you were. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Like exclusive, like it just those two people together exclusively. That's it. Like we never.
Did you hear what he said?
what?
That's the same thing me and Rob said, and you said we was wrong.
Y'all are.
Tell him what your definition of exclusive is, because he said the same thing we said.
And I'm not about to do this again.
No!
We argued about this shit for 2 days.
We didn't get to argue with
But
him.
listen, this is my thing. Okay, because your generation is actually like, that's my girl, but I'm not gonna say that that's my girl, and I'm gonna be able to mess with whoever I want to.
Okay.
But y'all are exclusive, you and her. But I'm not gonna make you my girlfriend. That's what y'all's generation is, to be completely honest, right?
Yes. Not me, but yes.
No, not you.
But yes, I understand what you're saying.
That's
But-
not just his generation.
Well, whatever. That's
Niggas in general.
It just
I'm just saying
right?
that's not just
So,
his generation.
My definition is, okay, it can be you and I have an understanding that you and I only mess with we are the mains.
Okay.
But I'm gonna do me and you can do you.
Okay.
But we gonna come together at the end and it's always gonna be just us.
Okay.
But because we have that boundary set that we know what we are.
Okay.
That is exclusive because I've now talked to you. Now he's saying
That's
saying
open.
anytime you allow outside presence into it that's what excludes you from being exclusive, which I don't. That's not how I believe it.
Okay.
Because you asked about the poly shit, right?
Yeah.
So if you and her are together and then y'all sit down and have a conversation and then y'all invite a third party in, that exclusive shit from you and another person completely goes out of the window. But y'all then become exclusive because it's you, her, and another chick. So now y'all in that triangle. It's just that exclusive triangle. But it negates whatever y'all just said, because you just said it's just me and you.
Okay.
That's two other people.
Yes.
But when you let a third person in and y'all agree to it, now the third person is in there and y'all now exclusive. So it negates whatever y'all saying.
Okay, but here's the thing.
That's all I'm saying.
I get that. But okay. Like I said, we're gonna go back to me. I wouldn't do this, but I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
Make it known that you wouldn't do that again.
Like I understand exactly what you're saying. So if it was a
If you
person,
go into the bathroom, you can just be free for 2 seconds.
2 seconds, she listens.
Oh, I thought she came back. She came back.
I told you she listens.
All right,
Oh, shit.
No, I understand what you're saying because
You're right. Yeah. Okay.
literally, no funny. Like I was told by somebody around like your age.
Mhm.
Like I asked the question of. It's a series on Heart to Heart TV that I call Women's Logic 318, and literally, I base it off stuff that I've witnessed. I broke up with a girl. She broke. Matter of fact, no. I'll put it like this. She broke up with me, and she told me, "Do you, I do me." I said, "Okay, cool." Did that. We got back together. She assumed that I was being a hoe, so she slept with as many people as she wanted. But me, it was only about 1 or 2. I was just, I care about myself. I don't need to catch nothing. I don't want to. It's not fun.
You gonna catch COVID?
Did you say COVID?
But so when we got back together, I got pressed because apparently I wasn't supposed to go have fun and do me. But I was told that's my generation. That's what my generation does. Stuff like that. I don't know. That's
Why wasn't you?
Why wouldn't I what?
Why wasn't you supposed to go do you?
Yeah, why wasn't you?
That's okay.
But that's not. But that's another
whole
conversation.
nother topic.
Seriously,
I'm
but. Am I wrong for thinking that?
No,
like,
you're not wrong.
That's all I was saying, bro. I told you, y'all niggas was wrong because it don't make sense.
His definition is exactly what me and Hop said.
Yeah, but then when I just brought the
between
poly
two.
shit in there, that's a third person. So that
That's a
negates.
poly.
It
That doesn't
negates-
negate anything. Because first
See,
of all,
this the conversation that we had.
Because first
It's
of
an
all,
argument.
because
You said you and another person.
that's it.
Okay, so a
That is
third
it.
person in poly is an exclusive relationship.
First of all, polys don't last. There ain't a successful one on this earth.
that ain't the point, bro. That's not the point. That
They
we
last
was
for a
making.
little bit, and it always
I
fades to the wayside.
said you and Robbie said you and another person, and then y'all brought up the poly shit. You can't say a poly shit is exclusive if it's you and another person. That's all I was trying to tell you and Robbie. Y'all killed your argument by saying
No, we killed you, and that's
No,
the
y'all-
problem. You
no.
don't like to lose.
Y'all killed that
and
argument.
you think you're always right about everything. It does not matter.
That's a
who
lie.
said- That is
Right,
not
that's
a lie.
a fucking
No,
lie.
it's not.
That is a
We have hours of footage.
that is a lie.
People can go back and
That
look.
is a lie.
Anytime
That's a
somebody
lie.
disagrees with you, it can't just be a simple civil disagreement. Everybody is wrong. What's your shit? What's your shit you always say? I sunned you. You can't. You can't.
Okay, so like I was saying, because he's lying. Now, that's nonsense.
No, it's not.
That is nonsense. I don't
It's
mind
video
being
proof.
wrong. If you got the proven facts and I just don't have no argument, I can't argue back. But again,
Just because you can argue back don't make you right.
yes, it do.
Oh, that just means you can argue.
Listen,
don't mean
'cause
you,
here-
don't mean you
again,
right.
Jordan. Listen, you gotta understand.
I'm
Like
listening.
you just said,
Okay.
you said in his generation, blah blah blah. Exclusive means she and I, or whatever, me and my significant other. We have that understanding that it's just me and her.
Right.
That's what he said.
But he's agreeing. I'm 20 something years older than him, and he has the same
Okay.
definition I have.
He's agreeing with you. And then I said, okay, what about the poly shit? The poly shit is that now negates you and I. We're bringing a third person in. But so now it's you, I, and her. Or you, I, and him. Whatever the case may be for whoever's dealing with it.
Poly
so
and
that's
open is not
three.
exclusive.
Huh?
Poly and open is not exclusive. There's a difference between having an exclusive agreement and an exclusive relationship.
But
See?
poly
Yeah,
brings
but-
a third person in,
Exactly,
so
but
that
which
kills
off-
the exclusive. From y'all's definition, adding
No.
a third person that kills that.
Yes, it does. But
Exactly. That's it. That's
Okay,
it. That's it. That's
I
all
get
I
that.
wanted.
Okay, that's fine.
it. That's all I was trying to tell them. It
Okay.
kills y'all's definition of that.
Exactly.
But my point was, you can add there can be numerous people involved, and you can still be exclusive.
how?
Thank you.
You adding a third person in the poly.
No, nigga, you just said numerous.
Numerous is two. It's you, her. That's two people.
Numerous is-
Then you add in somebody else. That's three people.
That's an exclusive agreement to bring in another person.
Oh, see now.
That is. That's the same way I said it on the episode.
Now you want to play with the words.
That's an exclusive
That's
agreement.
an exclusive
That is.
agreement.
Because you and her have to have that conversation. in
No,
order
y'all
to do
niggas
that.
don't want to. You hate when I'm right. That's the thing.
But you ain't right.
I'm right.
No, you're not.
I'm right.
No, you ain't. Just like you was wrong about
Am I
her.
wrong?
Okay, so
Am I wrong?
no, you're not. But I
You ain't
see
right.
what
But
you're
you ain't
saying.
right either.
I see what you're saying. But literally, okay, I'm literally gonna say exactly what you said. Once you add, say you have a threesome or a poly relationship or whatever, it's an exclusive agreement, but it's not an exclusive relationship.
But that's what I was saying.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it is, right? Because I was saying because I said if me and her have if me and her, she and I, whatever the fuck you want to say, if we have an agreement that we are the main, it's me and her, but we're gonna do whatever we want with whoever we want. That's still an exclusive agreement.
No, it's an exclusive agreement, but it is classified as an
some
open
freaking
relationship.
Hold up.
That's open relationship.
That's not.
That is an open relationship.
Okay, it could be.
No, could be. That is the definition of an open relationship.
Okay, but what if y'all not together? What if y'all just fuck around with each other? Like,
then it's meaningless. It doesn't mean
benefits.
Yeah. It's not even friends with benefits. If both of y'all are doing whatever, y'all are just two single people hooking up whenever the fuck y'all feel like. But if you're in a relationship and you say it's okay for you to do this, and she says it's okay for you to do that, that's an open relationship.
Okay, but that's still
y'all are still together, but
that don't make you and her exclusive.
No,
that's
Why,
an open
other
relationship.
people in?
Yes.
Okay,
exclusive is when you're with each other 24/7.
Exclusive is just you and that person.
Okay, so what about the poly shit?
That's poly. I don't consider that exclusive.
No, that's not.
I consider that having an exclusive agreement.
Oh,
that's
not-
not an exclusive relationship.
But it's just y'all three in that relationship. Y'all don't mess with nobody outside that triangle.
But the
That's
fact is three. The fact is three cancels the definition of being two. Of being just you and that person.
Wait, hold up. Wait, are we trying to get at exclusive means two? Is that what we're trying to
That's
get
how I've always took it.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Okay.
That's what you said.
Yeah,
Exclusive
but-
means two.
No, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. You said it. He said exactly what you said, right?
Yes, but then he amended. I think his family.
Okay,
I think
if
his
both
family
of y'all-
loyalty let him amend to your side.
If y'all
Nah, nigga. Nah. That just happened because that's the truth.
Okay, 1 and 2, because that's normally how it is. If it's 1 and 2 together, exclusive. But if you do a poly 1, 2, and 3, y'all all have an understanding and agreement. That's another.
You're still exclusive with two other people.
But it's just an exclusive poly relationship. That's it.
Same thing.
No, it's not.
Oh my God, we not about to do this. We not about to do
I mean,
this.
see, this is what you do.
We not about to do only because we talked about this already.
Well, he wasn't here when we talked about it.
I know, but still,
I was just
only
asking.
because
I was just asking.
Nah, fuck that. We not about to do
I
that.
mean, why you gotta get so angry? Like,
not
just
angry
saying,
at
there's
all.
no reason to be. No.
All right, that's all I had.
Oh, my last thing.
We got
When I
another one.
do our Heart to Heart TV, please swipe up and give your opinion. Everything else.
Yeah.
I never disagree with anybody. I just hear what you have to say. A lot of it, y'all might not agree with, ladies. But majority of it, y'all might.
Hell nah.
Let's see.
All right, cool. All right, so that was topic of the day. Those were some decent conversations.
Wasn't bad.
Not at all.
You gotta do a Heart to Heart TV.
Yeah, I do it. Definitely got to do it. I can do that. Cinema Sit Down. Have you watched anything? I watched a few things, bro.
Just the Allen and the Woody Allen and Mia Farrow documentary. Other than that, because ain't nothing really new out.
Yeah, it is.
What?
Let me find it.
Coming to America.
Coming to America was.
We talked.
It was.
about
It was
watched
cool. It was
alright.
cool. Yeah, it was,
I'm not gonna trash it like everybody else was doing.
It was cool. I'm
alright.
not gonna lie. So I started watching that. What's it called? Lupin.
You just now watching that?
Yeah. I didn't know nothing about it.
Oh, that's some good shit. No, I watched that already.
So that's
good.
like, where is it originated?
It's over there in England.
England?
Right.
Okay. Well, they got American subtitles and they talk.
England,
over-
believe it or not, has a lot of black shows. You ever
So-
watch the BBC channel? There's all types of shit on there.
Wow.
That's what got Idris famous. He got a show on there called Luther.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lupin is like it's about he becomes a thief, but he be stealing like expensive shit. But the reason for it is because his dad was a butler for this rich family, and the rich family ended up like setting the dad up to put him in jail. You know what I mean, for life or something like that. And the son, as the son grows up, he wants to get revenge on the rich family. So he grows up to read this, like, when his dad was working for the family, they told him he could take one book, and the book that he taught, or the book that he took, was about a thief, and he gave that book to his son. So his son read this book, and he knew how to become a master thief. So as he got older, he started stealing all this expensive stuff, nigga rich, and he trying to get back at this rich family. It's good, man.
Yeah, but
It's really, really good.
You ever play Sly Cooper?
No,
It's literally just like that.
same thing.
Yeah. But he's a raccoon, but it's a family book of how to be a thief. And he steals expensive stuff and gets back at other thieves. Literally.
It's like reverse Robin Hood and shit.
Yeah. It's good though. Y'all should watch that. That's on
I
Netflix.
did watch The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I definitely watched Falcon and Winter
So did
Soldier.
I.
That shit is about to be off the hook.
I'm mad it's only gonna be 6 episodes. That's what's pissing me
It's
off.
only 6.
The first season, yeah, they said they only did 6 episodes.
Most seasons get
No, because when they
6
did
to 8.
Mandalorian and whatchamacallit, Mandalorian got 10 each season.
Well, nigga,
But that was Star Wars, but that's
true. Yeah, Star Wars is
What was the one
solidified.
before it?
WandaVision, that shit was
9
good too.
Episodes?
Yeah, they normally do between 6 and 10 to see how it's gonna work and what people, you know what I mean, gonna.
But they
do.
should have known.
They should have known.
The Avengers alone, that was worth 10.
Yeah, for sure. That
Or hell, meet in the middle, say at least 8.
yeah, for
But
sure.
it's literally only going to be 6.
But yeah, that series is gonna be great. So that's
I loved it.
Winter Soldier and
Yeah,
Falcon.
I loved it.
I ended up watching the summer of 84.
The fuck is that?
Okay, so this movie wild, right? So this it's like placed back in the 80s, of course, because it's the summer of 84. And these kids be running around the neighborhood doing whatever, but then this dude move in and kids start disappearing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kids from their high school and stuff start disappearing, and the one kid who's the main character, he started having suspicions about the new dude that moved in, and they be sneaking into their house and shit like that. And the dude is a cop. The new dude that moved in, he's a cop, and he's the first to report on the kids missing and all of that. So long story less long, they end up infiltrating his house and finding some of the kids locked up and like cut up in the bathrooms and shit like that, like in his basement.
Yeah, that's like Disturbia.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Same
What movie
thing.
is this?
This is called Summer of '84.
This that movie with who's in it?
I don't know none of the people that's in it.
Okay, I'm thinking of a different movie then.
It sounds like the same one, but this shit is wild though. Like if you see it, the stuff that be happening, and then he ended up catching them at the end, and they having to kill him and all of that. But yeah, that joint was good. I watched The Shadow in the Clouds too. That's about a female. So she's a female in the Air Force or the Army, and her husband is also in the Air Force or the Army, whichever one they in. But he's beating her at home, and then she get pregnant. And because he's beating her, she's trying to find a way out. So she end up having the baby and putting the baby in like a suitcase when she goes on this flight, because she's like the tour pilot. So when she get in there, she got to shoot shit down. So she put the baby on the flight and put the baby under the plane like it was luggage, because she was gonna go get the baby when she got on. Well, they got into some combat in the middle of the traveling. She got in the turret, and they tried, like, after they fought the battle or whatever, they tried to tell her to come back up, and the turret, like, door that she got to go back up into the plane, it broke. So she was stuck in the turret. So then, like, the people was checking the plane, and they go down there, they hear a baby crying. You know what I mean? They're like, what the fuck is this? And she like, don't open that. Don't open the package, just leave it alone, whatever. They open it, and then she ended up explaining to him that she was trying to get away from her abusive husband. But then like some fucking demon looking things like infiltrate the plane. And she got to try to break out of there to save the baby. It's wild, yo.
I was thinking
it's
like,
really good, but it's
this is normal shit.
Nah. Like these, like they like human-sized bats, like they flying around. and they come into the plane and they start killing the pilot and stuff. But you got to remember, she's stuck in the turret. So she see one of them the little demon things like grab the baby. And she like, oh nah, you're not about to get my kid. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta save my kid. So she gotta like break the glass. Like, it's really good, yo. I thought it was gonna be a bunch of nonsense, but after I watched it, I was like, this shit mad deep. Like, just the mother doing whatever she could to get out of her abusive relationship and save her child. And then the plane ended up crashing. She ended up having to save her baby and like two other flight members. Like, it was really good. So y'all should watch that if y'all get a chance. You know what I mean? And I think that's it. Snowfall, I gotta catch up on it. I can't say too much. I'm still on the first season. I'm just getting started with Snowfall, so I can't say too much about Snowfall. But it's awesome. You watched the first one?
Yeah, I meant to watch the rest of it.
You gotta continue to watch it.
That's a good ass.
That show just gets better and better every single episode.
You gotta fucking watch it.
So we gotta catch up on that. But other than that, that's all I got for Cinema Sit Down. You got anything else you watched? Nothing you watched?
Pretty sure you've seen everything.
Probably. I watch everything. Oh, the new Justice League is out. It's not new. It's the same Justice League that came out.
That shit is 4 hours long, bro.
But this is the Snyder's cut. So
I heard it was very good.
I was gonna say, everybody that's watched it said it's good. It's 4 hours long.
That they've done.
Yeah, so here's the thing. The Snyder's cut is Zack Snyder and I think his brother, they did the Guardians of the Galaxy for Disney.
Okay.
It was time to renew their contract. They came in conflicts with Disney, so Disney fired them. As soon as Disney fired them, Warner Brother picked them up, or Fox, whoever does the DC movies. They did their version of the Justice League, which was 4 hours long because all of the scenes are like 30 minutes longer. Yeah. That's why that movie's 4 hours long. But this one is way better than the first one.
It's rated R.
It's definitely rated R. It's on HBO Max if you got it.
Yeah, I never watched the first one.
This one is way better because it just tells the whole story.
No, that's cool. I just never watched the first one because I didn't like who they had playing Batman. I'm a Batman man.
Oh, you don't like Ben Affleck?
I like him in some things. He's kind of hit and miss. Some movies he's good, other ones he kind of just sucks.
I think he cool as Batman on this. But anyways, so all of the scenes in the movie are like 30 minutes longer. That's why it's 4 hours long. But it tells the whole story about that whole Justice League and how he got them together and stuff like that. So he did that, and I think he helped with like 2 other DC movies. But then Disney hired him back because it's like he did the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like all of those is fly.
Okay.
So he got to live out his contract through Warner, and he's going back to Disney to help them with more movies. You know what I mean? So that's what the
I think the thing I read said Disney was going to buy his contract out.
Yeah.
Because they want to start shooting.
They want him.
They want to start shooting the other Guardians.
That's what I gotta ask you about. So Disney owns Fox now.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means?
X-Men.
Fantastic Four.
They're already doing Fantastic Four.
All coming to Disney and their creators. Exactly. It's about to be lit.
I'm just curious.
I'm
curious to see who's going to be the new Wolverine.
I want to see who they're gonna pick as the Fantastic Four.
So right now it's confirmed. Whatchamacallit, he is coming back.
Who's that?
I always fuck up.
Ryan.
Captain America. He was in the Fantastic. Chris Evans.
Who he gonna be?
He was the
Human Torch.
Yeah.
He's coming back as
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he's coming back.
Well, he's
as far as Jessica Alba and the other ones they haven't said, but Chris Evans is coming back.
Well, he's done with Captain America.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's coming.
He's handed his shield off.
Yeah, he's coming back.
But Ryan Reynolds was Green Lantern. I wonder if they're gonna do something with him.
No, I doubt. Green Lantern was terrible.
That Green Lantern was terrible, but it wasn't under Disney though.
I don't think if you ever listen to his interviews, that movie was so bad. I don't think
it was awful.
I don't think he'll ever try that character again.
Because he's great as Deadpool though.
Deadpool 2, they toyed with it.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as the first one, but Deadpool was dope.
No, was it the first Deadpool or the second one?
I think it was the second one.
It was the second one was
that time traveling wrist.
Yeah, that was the second one.
He shot himself when he was doing it.
Yeah, but the only one so far confirmed to come back. They bring in Chris Evans back. I don't know who else is gonna be the other people. But
Chris Evans does good. I like him.
Chris Evans is coming back.
All right. So yeah, that's all I had for that. Y'all ain't got nothing. Cool. You cool?
Yep.
All right. Music loop real quick. I'll tell y'all what came out. New tunes I'm listening to. You feel me, Bree?
No.
Okay. She hungry now. She getting angry. All right, we about to be done. All right. Benny the Butcher and Harry Fraud. Fire. The plugs I met. Or the plugs I meant too. Joyce Wright came out with Overgrown. Ty Dolla got a Lucy with Bryson Tiller called By Yourself. Tierra Major and Sir. Nice. Lucky Day Masego and Alex Isley. I'm sorry. Justin Bieber came out with his new album too. It was just okay off of first listen, but that's all I got from that. I gotta listen to that one again. Her did a remix with somebody, and I think that is all that I listened to there. You don't listen to the new music, you ain't find nothing. You don't know nothing.
I don't even know none of the people you just named. Other than I know Benny and I know her. That's that like
You
that
know
other
Joyce Wright?
No.
Okay, well listen to that. You'll like it. It's
It's
a
like Joyce Rice.
yeah, Joyce Wright. She dope.
Okay.
These joints too. What these two are singles. That Tiana Major and
Yeah, I ain't never even heard of her.
Ty
I know
Dolla
who Ty Dolla, yeah.
and Bryson.
Yeah.
These are all singles.
I got some of Lucky Day stuff already.
Yeah, Lucky Day Masego and Alex Isley. That's a vibe.
Okay.
So-
I got some of those.
Justin Bieber's joint. If you rock with Just.
I got teenage daughters. They got Bieber fever, so I ain't got no choice. Be playing in the house
All
and
right,
shit.
that's all that is. All right, pour yourself hold your glasses up. Cheers. Heart to Heart TV, Red. You know me. That was a little more than a shot. Jesus. It's still good though. Ciroc gotta pay me too for doing this promo real quick.
It's hidden. You can't even see it.
Well, I'm about to show it. I hope I don't get copyright or nothing.
Yeah,
but this
it's coming. Diddy coming
It's
for you.
right
It's
here.
coming.
I might be the first person in Columbus with this, no lie. I'm not even trying to be funny.
I never even heard of it until I saw it last
See what I
night.
mean? Niggas don't even know about it, but this stuff right here is good. This is the best Ciroc that they came out with so far. You drink Ciroc? This nigga like 1738 and stuff. It's great.
I do drink Ciroc. Don't hate because I like brown.
Wow. What are you trying to say?
I think
I
he
don't
just
like
said
brown.
it. I think he just said
Y'all
it.
like brown?
Wow, this nigga Jordan calling me out. I love brown people. All right, Joe. So that's gonna be the end of the show. Mr. Parch, Red, Jordan, Heart to Heart TV. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Go follow this nigga on Snapchat because we're gonna get him to YouTube and then all the other stuff soon. Make sure y'all follow him. I'm gonna put all of that stuff in the description. And this is again Trenton Staff for another great episode. Thank you, Jordan, from coming all the way from hometown, Syracuse, New York. You feel me? To be here with me, do my show. Red, say bye to the people. Y'all know him, yeah. Guidance to that. So we'll see y'all on the next go round. You feel me? We out.